The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this third quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
The throw down the field, caught by his running back. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Now Brady. And he whips that one incomplete there.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Again, it's Brady. Over the middle here to Rudolph. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. On the move past the 40. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So a good run by Fournette. Now another 1st and 10. Brady. And he's going to have the hook up to Gage. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Fournette running out of the gun. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. From the gun on 3rd down, Brady. And Brady has it over the middle. But he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Brady. And he's got it. Touchdown. Kyle Rudolph. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Buccaneers take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. They will run it. It's Fournette. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. Only had a couple of yards to gain there on the 2-point conversion, and they were able to do it.
And how many teams shy away from running the football in the 2-point conversion? They treat 2 yards as if it were 20. If you're a good team running the ball, go to your strength. Go ahead and push it into the end zone.
Yeah, they did. It worked. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now it's Rodgers. And that is incomplete.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Rodgers to throw for it on 4th. He finds Randall Cobb with a completion. And he is going to have a Packers first down as they manage to convert And that'll keep the drive alive. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Touchdown, Packers. Robert Tonyan from 21 yards away. And the Packers are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third. So a very important first drive of the third quarter, Charles, and safe to say, a much-needed touchdown.
Which leads to the question.
And it's intercepted at the goal line.
It's interesting that when it comes to two-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. Darden now going to bring this one out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, had he opted for the touchback. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And they've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. The passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Brady escaping the pressure right and finding the tight end Rudolph. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Brady now on first down. And Brady going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Quay Walker. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Joe Tryon charges in there hard and drops him for a loss of 12 from that outside linebacker position. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. And Rodgers intercepted a third time. Mike Edwards picks it off. And the Bucs force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. Well, down 2 scores in the fourth quarter. It maybe wasn't quite desperation time, but it was getting close. And that interception there on the deep ball, that probably slams the door on their chances.
And maybe that was the thought process, that it wasn't quite desperation time. So now you take the shot before they're going to lay back any farther on defense. Go ahead.
Touchdown, Tampa Bay! And with his speed, if he just finds the slightest crease, he can take it the distance like he did there.
How about the leverage up front? Offensive line out-leveraging the defensive front to create that space, that crease that he was looking for. And once he hits open field, he's going to be very difficult to catch and corral.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Pulls it in at the 13. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things. He's got a man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Rodgers will try again on second down. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. picked off by Jamel Dean. And the Buccaneers are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. They begin with a run by Fournette. And he's got room. And now off to the races down the right side. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. He's been having a great game, and that one right there, his best run so far, and it ends with 6 points.
And not only that, in his mind, what is he thinking? Can I get to 200 yards as well? Because he knows he's closing in on it. He may not know the exact number, but the best runners have a feel of what the yardage is that they're compiling, and he knows that he's getting close to that 200-yard mark now.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover. They want to try to put points on the board.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Rodgers. That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Rodgers now on 1st down. Flush to his right. Lets it fly deep for Cobb. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Logan Ryan. And the Bucs are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back early in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. From the 39, Brady airing this one out for Evans. And got his man complete. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. So still throwing here in the 4th quarter with a pretty sizable lead. And now that lead even more sizable. And if nothing else here, CD, a chance to pile on some stats before this one wraps up, and he did just that.
Brandon, convention tells us it's time for them to get off the gas a little bit, right? But you and I both know the receivers don't want them to because, as you noted, this is their chance to pile on the stats. If they got their way, they try to get every single spot in the depth chart points before this game is over.
And he doesn't even get this to the 10. He's taken down at the 9.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He hits Dobbs on the crosser. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Rodgers now on 1st down. Open man, here is Cobb. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. It's another 1st down as they bite off 23 more on that one. Well, I mean, look, obviously there's no 20 or 30-point play in that playbook, but they can try to end things here on a positive note despite trailing big, and that looks like what they're trying to do here by pushing the ball downfield.
Well, let me go with the heavy cliche then, partner. Just control what you can control right now, and all they can control here is how their final plays develop.
And we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 18. Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Logan Ryan. And it's a pick six. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD.
Well, not much defensive resistance on that drive. Really, Charles, the way this offense has been humming, they haven't faced much.
And it's intercepted at the goal line.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Oh, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
Taken at the goal line.
Oh, good return up past the 30. And he's going to be out of bounds across the 50. Great return.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
The first play of the drive there is incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. They blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Give some credit to the defender on that. He got all of his keys perfectly, got a great break on the ball, and able to force that incompletion.
Play action. It's Rodgers.
Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
He had to absorb another little bump there from the defense, another incomplete pass. We've seen a lot of that tonight.
They've come after him all night long. Nothing but pressure in his face. He's trying to stand up there and make throws. It's hard enough to do when the pocket is clear, when you got all those people in front of you.
And now here's another interception. Picked up by Levante David.
And the Buccaneers are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong.
And that's caught inside the 30. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done.
So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field.
Brady going to throw here. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Jair Alexander.
And the Packers are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. One final try now for Rodgers. And this is dropped it incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one is gone. As time is running out of this